Mnisi. She's a writer, a poet, and author, had huge success with 8 published books. She's helped other people with their books as well, and she joins us now. Nonhlanhla, good afternoon to you. Thank you for spending some of your youth day with us. We've been talking today about how it seems that our society and certainly our economy, in a way, almost seem to work against young people. How do you feel about that idea? Does our society enable young people, or does it sort of work against young people?
Sorry, the line is a little bit bad. Please repeat that.
I was saying, do you think that our society helps young people, or do you think it almost works against young people?
Oh, no, I definitely think it does help them. If I were to make an example with the book that which we released today earlier, which is titled 44 Young Leaders in Commemoration to 44 Years since 1976. Now, we've had the Market Theatre Foundation coming on board. We've had Nalibali, we're in talks with different companies as well, and radio stations that which have said, look, we're gonna adopt this book and take it on live. So I think that we are living in times where all we have to do is to really just ask organizations and let them know that this is what we're doing, and, we move from there.
I know people of my generation, people older than me, who would say that when they were young, there was no chance they would have had the same opportunities that young people have today. There's so many more things that you can do. I mean, I won't give your age away, but you're under 30 and you've published 8 books. That would have been impossible for someone 40 years ago.
No, definitely. It goes to show that we have now been given a voice, and that we are able to now we've got resources at our disposal that which were not there back then, and there's really a lot to do. We live in interesting times. We live in technology times wherein we are able to reach people. You don't even have to be physically there for you to minister to someone, or for you to actually share 1 or 2 things with a person. So I'd say that, we are living in interesting times, and it's a matter of who's taking advantage of those things. So I, for one, thought, okay, you know what, and rightfully so what you just said, that back then it was different, because the very first book launch for my books, it was under the Miriam Clary book tab. At that time I was working at Siakwa, the Rights Associate. The woman was about 8 years old, and, she and there was another one, Nadine, as well. When they tell about the stories of that time, it really does make you feel privileged that, we are grateful for those people who have fought for us back then to give us the voice that which we have today. I mean, I could have never imagined my book in a bookstore, but today we are able to do a whole lot of those things.
It's so interesting because to me, there's some people who look at the future and they think, I'm glad I'm not young in the future because there aren't going to be jobs. It seems to me that you're seeing it the other way. You're glad to be young at this time.
Yes, no, I'm absolutely glad. I mean, there's that hashtag, what a time to be alive. I do have that, because I do believe I would probably have not, made it in the older generation. There's one book that I read recently by Francine Rivers, titled, it's actually a 3-part. There's one that talks with The Voice in the Wind. There's one which is The Echo in the Darkness. So those are the books that which gives you history. It's those books that which will take you to places that you never thought you'll be, wherein they talk about the German history, the Romans, and all how things came to be, So when you look at those little things that used to happen back then, I mean, honestly, you just really have to say that God is good, and really God doesn't give you more than you can handle.
Something that people will say is that this is going to sound a very strange thing to say, but they'll say young people are so creative, right? And I mean, in a way, what they're talking about, I think, is that they're greater tools now. So you don't have to have a bookstore to sell your books. There are people behind you. Yeah. Where's all of that going to take us? Because what that's going to do is, it means that what human beings are capable of is going to change in quite important ways.
Look, truth is, I mean, we were just saying the other day that lockdown has made us realize that some of our jobs are going to get replaced by technology, by these IT things. You'd find that in years to come, they'll say, we don't actually need your service, because there's a tool that which is in place that which can actually perform the task better. So, I mean, I would say that, look, what would the world be without creatives? We are where we are because of creatives, Creatives are the ones who have kept the world standing even now, in times where people are not working and all that, but it's the technology. It's the technologists and all those people who have made sure that the world does continue to run. So I think it also speaks to the types of skills that which will be required in years to come, wherein you have to choose carefully what you want to go and study, because you have to be part of the people who are solutioning the problems that which we get to face as a country.